Hello and welcome back to Noble. We are going to go back into the Krankheim family. Thank you for joining me again or joining me for the first time. This will be, I believe, part 3. So let's jump into it. Alright, so this one, we're going to see if we can get Adina married and see if maybe Yvetter and Rorild II can have a kid. It would be nice because they don't have any kids, and Eolabel unfortunately can't have any more kids at 55, so it is what it is. Alright, let's play and see what happens. Oh, we got a masquerade ball. But I don't really have anyone to send to that, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Unless, well, if he doesn't get married, maybe. So Malige, after a rather tedious poetry contest, disguised as courtship, Melotfrey III, Krankheim, charmed Maviva with tales of rescuing orphan ducklings from a moat. So we had a lot of goats, and now we have ducklings. Okay? Earning both Maviva's hand and the title Melotfrey III the Benevolent from the swooning courtiers. Interesting. So I wonder the benevolent... Yeah, so it helps his wit. That's good. All right, so let's see. I'm going to send you to that. And we shall see. Okay, let's send Gummus to go do that. And we'll send his wife with him. Ooh, yay. Asia is pregnant. I think, yeah, you'd be the best help for that. Murata. I don't have any eligible men right now. Alright, let's see how this courtship went. My liege, after Adina the Third serenaded Wilelfen the Second with an impromptu ballad about goats and inheritance, again with the goats. We love the goats! The bachelor from House Salister eagerly agreed to an engagement. The court cheered, no doubt relieved to see such enterprising spirit from a guest. It raised their spirits. I don't really see that it did much, unless it did a little bit. But there's the engagement. I guess you will have to go because we don't have anyone else to go because I can't send a 1-year-old. Alright, so how did the illness go? Malige's daughter lay festering in bed at the House Krankheim estate. A servant's wild attempt at leech therapy left a delightful zigzag scar across his cheek, but against all bets, Godturn now walks among the living once again. Oh, cool. So he's got a scar, which I believe is a negative. No, wait, a scar? Because it's an interesting facial scar. It actually is a plus to his charisma. He is very witty. And I'm just wondering, okay, that's where the wit came from. The charisma also came from him, too. Interesting. Alright, let's see how the wedding went. My liege, after a stunning display of forced smiles and cold, clammy hands, Melotfrey III and Maviva were reluctantly bound in wedlock. Oh, I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, a crate of mediocre apples found its way to House Krankenheim as a gift from Maviva's ever-thrifty aunt. Love a thrifty aunt, but I wonder why it was... wonder why it was reluctant. Wonder what happened. Well, if it was reluctant, it wasn't really that reluctant, because you got pregnant right away. Go Maviva and Melotfrey III. Dang. Alright, so how did AG do? My liege, after 12 hours of groaning, threats, and clever bargaining with the wayfaring oracle, AG Krankheim delivered a squalling legitimate boy, earning the title AG the Canny, as Bardic III collapsed in proud exhaustion. I am saying her name is AG because that's how I see it. If I'm supposed to say it differently, let me know. That's just how I see it. Yay, we have another kiddo. Ooh. I mean, he comes with goods. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't really have anyone else for you. Let's just do it. Worth a shot. Okay, how did this go? Collect trade tolls. My liege, while traveling the bustling trade routes. Gilbis II, excuse me, guys. The first Krankheim Count of Silverspine squeezed every last coin from the merchants with a smile so sharp it could cut cheese. Again with the cutting cheese, the collection has conveniently topped up House Krankheim's coffers, one pouch fuller, several merchants lighter. Nice, he got quite a bit. And pregnant again! Oh my word. I'm going to send Murata over here. You need to get pregnant, my dear. All right, how did this wedding go? My liege, with a flourish of vows and a cake large enough to double as a fortress, Adina the Third and Wilelfin the Second ended the wedding in matrimonial bliss. Yay, she finally got married. No longer bad luck. A harmonious union was sealed, despite the towering cake threatening it to topple onto the priest. And it was a good union. That makes me happy. Yay. Now, I hope you have fabulous kids. I don't have anyone for either of you. Oh, and yay! I'm so happy they have wedded bliss. And already going straight to making babies. Yay! Alright, so how did this pregnancy go? My liege, amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Melotfrid III, Maviva Krankheim quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Yay! The meek Maviva even apologized to the midwife for any inconvenience caused by, well, childbirth. So, Melotfrid the Fourth. I don't think I've gotten to the fourth, but now I have Bardic and Melotfrid the Fourth. That's cool. Because usually sometimes it, like, ends like how this kind of ends, or like how this, where you just don't get anything else. So, this is actually first time for me on this. That's actually really fascinating. My liege, as the halls of the House Krankheim estate echoed with screams of childbirth, Ruda Krankheim finally expelled a squalling bundle of joy. Ruda held their head high as they proudly presented their healthy, legitimate son to the world, to the bemusement of all. And Ruda's jolly now. So we got Seatine. Oh, someone's sick. Let's send Godter, because I don't want to send Yvetter, because I want him and Rarild to have kids if they possibly can. I really hope they can. Alright, so we gotta send, yes, you to go do that, because he's a count, he won't do that. Alright, how did this baby go? My liege, after an impressively noisy ordeal involving enough screaming to wake the dead. Wow, Adina. Adina the Third Krankheim brought forth a robust, legitimate girl, leaving Wilelfin the Second limp with pride and exhaustion. Local gossip now knows more about House Krankheim than they do their own kid. Yay, so Adina the Fourth, another fourth. We now have a line where it's the fourth. I am actually really thrilled about. I haven't had those yet. That's so cool. That is awesome. You keep giving me these, but I can't do anything with it. Alright, let's see. My liege, after weeks of coughing up more phlegm than a tavern wench has tankards, Marata Krankheim finally succumbed to the illness. Oh, granting House Krankheim a sudden spike in notoriety as the estate's servants scrambled to find anyone who could locate a pulse. Now, it says it's supposed to gain major recognition. I haven't seen any of these move, and they're all, like, the same. So it's interesting. Okay. Oh, more babies. My liege, following a spectacle where Ayulabil III serenaded Pet Baldolf II with questionable lute skills and an inventory of goat-related poetry, again with the goats. We have an obsession with goats in this household. Pete Baldolf II accepted their proposal, though several House Winchester vassals have not smiled since, preferring less musical unions. So this, I saw it go down, because it was up, like, here, and now it's down here. So I do see that. Like, with weddings, it does go down, but I'm not really seeing it with anything else really going down. You two need to get baby making. Because you getting up in there, and he's gonna die soon, so you need to get bacon. Come on. Oh no, Adina the Second died. Oh, I'm gonna have you go for your grandma. Alright, what did we get for goods? My liege, after a grueling collection tour of the muddy estates, Lenore the Third Krankheim Baroness of Shieldwall, discovered every barn and stable suspiciously empty, yet ever resourceful managed to shake down a few peasants for shiny coins hidden in their boots. And then she passed away. Wow. Okay, I suppose I could have Melotfrid go to the funeral, being as it's his wife. So that Baroness title is going to have to go to Melotfrid or something. Have a kid, Yvetter. Oy. My liege, in a chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, Adina the Third defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. Who knew such a delicate flower could blossom amidst the thorny schemes of House Krankheim? Another girl she named Idoda? That's an interesting name. I actually don't mind that name at all. Idoda. It's a cute name. Those are some good stats. All right, how did this go? Wedding, Malish. After the priest finished the world's longest sermon, Iulabel III, second Krankheim Countess of Gloomholm, and Pet Baldalf, second Winchester, exchanged vows so sweet even the party crasher shed a tear. Aw, that's cute. Sealing their union while servants scrambled to keep the wild geese from the wedding cake. See, and now we have geese. We have goats, we have ducks, we have geese. What don't we have? Chickens. I don't think we had chickens yet. And then she dies. Wow. 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 And I can't make him remarry. He's just stuck. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. All right, my liege, as the solemn funeral for the dearly departed Adina II drew to a close, Gilmas III made sure their exaggerated lamentations were heard by every guest, somehow boosting House Krankheim's reputation amidst the grief-stricken atmosphere. Again, minor recognition. I don't see anything moving. I wonder... I mean, it could... It's worth a shot. Let's get him married again. Couldn't hurt, right? Let's do Aji for you guys. I think she'll help. All right, how did this go? Malish, amidst the dower funeral, Milotfrey II leaned a bit too closely to inspect Lenore III's definitely dead visage. Unfortunately, an enthusiastic priest swung an incense burner, inadvertently gifting Milotfrey II with a striking new facial scar. So it's a good thing. Yep. It's okay. And now, like I said, I knew it was probably going to go down to Milotfrey III because he was the next one in line. So no contesting. That's actually, I really like that they did that now because it's like you wouldn't really have anyone to contest because it's the heir. So anyways, oh, and Yvetter died before he even had a kid. Again, Yvetter, I told you to have a kid. I'm gonna send Dinah go deal, with her dead uncle, great uncle, something like that. My liege, despite being old enough to remember when dragons roamed, he is very old. He's 63. Godtur Krankheim blurted out an insult about Rassia's poetry before abruptly proposing, leaving the chaperone speechless and the maiden inexplicably delighted to accept the engagement. How old is she? 42. Yeah, she's pretty old, so it's fine. How did this go? Probably fine. My liege, after a suspiciously thorough inspection of every candlestick for bad omens, Milotfrey III finally seized Lenore III's baronial ring, insisting on reciting 6 protective charms before daring to slip it on. A new baron is born, warded against all imaginary curses, and he's superstitious now. Sure, whatever you say. I'm gonna send, let's send Seatine to the wedding and see how that goes. I do not have anyone for any of these bachelors, unfortunately, right now. Wow, that was a lot that just happened. All right, so the funeral, nothing happened. Okay, so it's possibly gonna go from Iulabel to Pet Baldalf, but there is some contestedness from Sherlin, and it says high charisma worsens, but high wit. So if I get wit, he's not very witty. She's very high in charisma, I see. So this is going to only show me charisma, but like that improves yours, but it also improves theirs. So I don't even understand how that makes sense. So let's see Adina's wit. Oh, she's very witty. Yes, Adina, you deserve that, my darling. This, I don't have anybody to help with that right now, so give me 1 second and I might. Pregnancy. My liege, amidst the cacophony of wails and screams, Ruda Krankheim valiantly endured a treacherous pregnancy and successfully gave birth to a healthy, legitimate girl. Wonder why it was treacherous. As Gilmas II basked in the glory of parenthood, they were promptly christened Gilmas II the Valiant, which is a good one. So now we have Ruda II. Good job, Ruda. I'm glad you survived. So, I guess Ruda would really help you guys the most. So I'm going to send Ruda over there. Seems how she have 3 young ones. And nothing happened at that funeral. Okay. You are getting robbed. And apparently high fortitude improves that worsens your chances. So you need high wit. Rild is really high with her wit, but yeah, I'm gonna send Rild. Oh, looks like Bardic died. Why did Gilmus go to his funeral? Probably because they couldn't. Alright, I'm gonna send Bardic the fourth to go to the funeral because that's his great-grandfather? Grandfather. His grandfather. Alright, how did the coronation go? My liege, after a display of parchment waving and chin thrusting at the coronation, Adina III declared Iulabel's the third's vacant seat was made for them. And she's really high-wit, so it was perfect. The nobles nodded, rolled their eyes, and promptly dressed Adina III up as the new countess. It should say countess, but it's okay. So now I knew she would make a good countess. I knew it would work. It's like sometimes you have to pay attention to what it says. Wedding. My liege, after vows were exchanged, Godter and Rassia waltzed off into marital bliss, leaving the House Krankheim storeroom suspiciously short a crate of rare pickled onions, thanks to a spontaneous snacking frenzy among the ever-voracious servants. But now you're married, you might have more kids, I'm not sure. Alright, how did this one go? My liege, as thunder crashed and nurses flared about. Maviva Krankheim survived a perilous pregnancy, but the baby did not. Aw, I'm so sorry. Malotfrey III wept, consoled only that fate's favorite punching bag, Maviva, lived to trip over another day. She's unlucky, dang it. I'm so sorry, Maviva. You'll get it next time. You got one, at least, so there's that. Alright, so we've got one of these. Who do we want to send? Let's send... Let's send Pete Baldoff. His name is hard to say. I don't need you, sir. Alright. How did that go? Funeral. My liege, as the priest delivered a eulogy fit for a barn owl, mourners became so peckish that the ceremonial crate of House Krankheim's finest smoked hams mysteriously vanished, never to be seen again. Perhaps a last tribute to Bardic II's appetite. Okay, sure. I do not have any eligible... anybody. My liege, after Woolins and a ragtag gaggle of bandits tried to relieve Aji Krankheim of their purse, a vigorous wrestling match ensued, ending with Aji snatching the bandit leader's own pouch while the coach horses stared on, unimpressed. She's vigorous now, which I think vigorous is... okay, it's a good one, not a bad one. I thought it was a bad one for a second there. Her stats aren't too bad. Alright, so who do we want to send? She would be 85, 28. So I'm going to send you, my dear, with your husband. And then you are the only one I can send for that one. Mr. Malotfrey the third. Nothing happened there. He's building a castle. There's really not a whole lot of people for that. So anyways. You keep giving me people that I could possibly marry, and I don't have anyone to marry off at the moment. Alright, so how did this go? My liege, with an entourage larger than a wedding procession, Malotfrey III sweet-talked every peasant from here to the riverbank, departing with double the usual goods, and, if gossip is to be believed, twice as many blushes among the villagers. He's promiscuous, isn't he? Well, he is now. He is now. Trade tolls. My liege, after slipping on a suspiciously well-placed banana peel tossed by a grinning merchant, Adina III, third Krankheim Countess of Bloomholm, twirled with such poise that nearby jugglers applauded, yet only managed to collect a measly quarter of the expected coin from the wily trade caravan. That's okay. You would be very good at helping with that, but I could also do Ruda, who's got a lot of kids. Masquerade, I don't have anyone of age currently, and the oldest one I have is 12. Oh, you're... I'll send you. Let's see how this went. My liege, with an ungodly amount of groaning and screaming, Aji had a difficult but successful delivery, giving birth to a healthy, legitimate boy. The exhausted and proud parent, Bardic III, couldn't contain their jolly grin as they gazed upon their newborn son. Yay, you will not have any more kids because you are building a stupid castle. You don't need a castle. We don't have enough people for this. Alright, so his name is Godeves? Godeves. Maybe? Godeves? I just need one more generation after this and I've gotten this. That's cool. Yeah, you're giving me plenty of bachelors, but I can't do anything with them. My liege, as the halls of the House Krankheim estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Maviva Krankheim finally expelled the squalling bundle of joy. Yay, Maviva! Maviva held their head high as they proudly presented their healthy, legitimate son to the world, to the bemusement of all. She's now jolly. And the kid's name is Sirens? We have Cetine and Sirens. Intriguing. More. Oh, he finally died. I knew he would die at some point. I'm gonna send... Yeah, I'm gonna send Bardic. And you can leave these unclicked. He already killed himself. Yeah. Yep, and it's gonna make you divide. I don't really like when it does this, especially when we're such a small family. There's not much. So I either have to pick Cewinus II, family, or Godtur. Godtur has the Count and Countess. Cewinus only has a Baron. I kind of want to go over on this side. I'm excited to see this, but I also have fourth over here too. So I'm going to go Godtur on this one. So interesting. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. And he finally died. It's interesting. I get to have Rurild still. I'm going to send you to that funeral. So many, like, I can't do anything with you right now. I literally can't. And this I can't yet because nobody's of age yet. Alright, nothing happened at the funeral. Like I said, the oldest we have is 15, so he might be old enough to get that, but not at the moment. We will not be able to get the farm dues after a bit, and nothing happened at the funeral. Okay. Okay, see, now he's able to do it. Do I want her stats? What is his stats? He's pretty good, honestly, or do I want to... I kind of want to test the waters at the Masquerade. Because I kind of like it. This one is saying high health. This one is saying high wit. His health is more, so I'm going to put him in that slot. I don't think I'm going to get anyone before. I might get Bardic before. He doesn't really have high wit, though. I don't think you're going to be able to get there, or even you, because you don't even have that. So, yeah, we might be able to get Bardic to the fourth in there. Possibly. Nope. Nope. Aw, why are you arguing? Stop it. Alright, how did this go? My liege, after a bewildering round of matchmaking, Gilmus III found themselves engaged to Edessia II by the peculiar decree of the Masquerade Ball. It seems even House Krankheim can gain fame from simply not leaving empty-handed. Okay, so it's called Cewinheim. Cewinheim? Interesting play on words. So, she doesn't have a title, it looks like. But her stats are actually decent. I'm happy with that choice. I'm actually really happy with that choice. We send Ruda II there. So I'm actually happy with that choice. It actually had really good stats. No, it doesn't always happen that way. I don't need either of these. Okay, how did that go? My liege, amidst the fiery quarrel at House Krankheim Estate, Rurild II and Nadina III traded insults so colorfully that poets might blush. Thanks to their theatrics, House Krankheim has now become the talk of the realm. Fabulous. I don't know who's trying to steal from a 14-year-old, but sure. How did the wedding go? My liege, after a priest with an unfortunate lisp finally pronounced Gilmus III and Edessia II wed, a mysterious trunk stuffed with silver coins was conveniently left behind by a tipsy guest swelling the coffers at House Krankheim, and the smiles of the newlyweds. Well, at least they got wedded bliss. They didn't have a problem getting wed. She actually has really good stats. I think she could be good for Cetine once he ages up. He'll age up soon. And, I don't really... He's got The only thing is his wit is low. Oh, I don't like that you're unhealthy. Let me, you help. Yes, I'm gonna have you do that. Bring your husband with you, please. Okay, so he's now there. I kind of wanted, yeah, because I liked, was it her stats? Yeah, I think it was her stats, or she already disappeared, the one that I was looking at initially. But her wit and charisma are really good. I'm gonna try with that one. Well, Gilmus died. I'm sorry, Gilmus. Alright, how did this go? My liege, in a spectacle of unmatched charm, Cetine wooed Emstilla with tails so tall they could touch the clouds. The impressed chaperone, Finus, nodded approvingly, sealing an engagement and fortifying bonds between House Krankheim and House Salister. Oh my gosh. See, now they're confident. Okay, so they're no longer indifferent. They're not wary anymore. They're confident. So now we have competition that we can do with them. We have courtships with House Winchester. We have invitations from this one. And then this one, of course, conquest. But this was our other family that broke off. So, of course, we have that high. But they're going to want to go against these. And I really don't. But she's pretty. And that I'm happy about that. Whoa. I did not know she was that old. Oh my gosh, so I just married you to somebody who's really old? You're never gonna have kids. Dang nabbit. I did not look at the age, dang it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Gilmus III. You are going to have a young maiden at some point. After dazzling a group of merchants with an utterly baffling new road maintenance fee, Dinah III, 3rd Krankheim Countess of Gloomholm, walked away from the collection with a chest so heavy even the most loyal of the House Krankheim entourage groaned under its weight. Ooh, 14 points says she collected a lot. Thank you, darling. You are so good at what you do. She could have another kid before she turns 50, if she wants to. Alright, so nothing happened at the funeral. And what about this? My liege, as Gibwin and the ragtag bandits demanded tribute, Dinah IV distracted them with a raucous jig atop the carriage, causing loot to be swapped for a crate of fine wine. Never underestimate the power of merry dancing during a robbery. Good job, Dinah IV. She's jolly. And perfect. We can get you married. He's 34. He's 32. Health and fortitude are really, really good. His charisma is really good. How is yours? Your wit is really high. 34, would that be a good? I mean, that's better than his option. Honestly, I'm going to have you go for it. I don't generally, I'm not going to have a chaperone because whatever. She's got decent ones, but if she dies, maybe. Okay, so this was the one for Gilmus. And we need, so high wit improves? I wonder if I can get charisma on that. I don't really have anybody available because it's him. So high wit improves? He does not have high wit. She has really high wit, dang nabbit. I could give it to him. What's his charisma? His charisma is pretty good too. So, I wonder, what's your charisma like, my dear? Come on, click. Decent, but I'm gonna do you and see how that works. Alright, how did the wedding go? My liege, after an exchange of vows involving misplaced rings and a goat. We love goats, apparently. That absolutely did not belong in the chapel. Cetine and Emstilla left the ceremony arm in arm, beaming. This is always a good one. The goat? He's welcome as long as they come out arm in arm beaming. Word of House Krankheim's antics now has every noble gossiping over supper. Yay. Ooh, even more. My liege at the wedding feast of Cetine and Emstilla, Idesia II spilled a goblet of wine straight into the lap of Alicia, thus ensuring House Krankheim is discussed in every quarter, gossip for weeks. Minor recognition. I didn't see anything happen, but sure. So I can remarry Ruda. She can have kids. She can. Let's try. She's got a little bit of time left. She could have some kids. All right, how did this go? Countless aspirations. Just one, Gilmus III. My liege, just as the crowd began eyeing the buffet with ill-disguised hunger, Rolla Salister leapt atop a barrel, led a raucous chorus, and juggled candlesticks while reciting ancient laws. Amid the spectacle, Gilmus III Krankheim presented an ancient scroll and claimed the vacant title, the nobles nodding as if deciphering runes. Thus, House Krankheim's name now lingers on more lips than the salmon moose. I don't know how we got salmon moose in this, but sure. And Rolla is jolly. She's not in the family, but sure. I'm glad it went to him. Okay, how did that go? My liege, as the walls of the House Krankheim estate echoed with the agonizing moans of Ruda II's illness, they openly displayed their cowardice by whimpering at the sight of a mere leech. However, much to everyone's surprise, Ruda II has miraculously recovered from their ailment. She's cowardly. Her health isn't that low, but sure. Oh. He's got some pretty decent stats. I am definitely going to have you go with him. And yes, let's have Adasia help you. Okay, how did this go? My liege, in an unprecedented turn at House Sapwood's court, Ruda wowed the gathered nobles with a peculiar courtship gift. A live chicken to ward off bad spirits. Once again. Now we're getting the chickens. Like I said, guys, goats, sheep, goose, ducks, now chickens. What next? What next? Who knows? I mean, we even had geese. Oh, I already said geese. We had fish. Jeez, what next? This bold move enchanted Congo II, leading to their engagement, much to everyone's bewilderment. And she's sick, unfortunately, so I'm going to have you help her in the midst of that sickness. Nothing can be done until her sickness is done. Hopefully she recovers quickly. Oh, he died. Oh, bloody. I'm gonna help you with that. How did the baby go? My liege, amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Seatine, am still a Krankheim quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Good job, guys. The meek Amstilla even apologized to the midwife for any inconvenience caused by childbirth, so she's meek now. But we have Seatine II, so they're naming it after him, I guess. She's got pretty good stats. I don't know if I'm going to get anybody for this. We do have a death, so I'm going to send you to that. I guess I'll send Amstillo to that. Okay, how did this go? The curious concoction. My liege, in the depths of their illness, Ruda laid in bed, tossing and turning, their feverish mind racing. Suddenly, a revelation struck. With a gleam in their eye, they summoned the household cook and demanded a concoction of the most peculiar ingredients. Frog's legs, dragon's breath, and a pinch of pixie dust. Wonder where they got that pixie. As the steam rose from the cauldron, Ruda took a sip of the curious potion. And thanks to their logical thinking, their health was restored. Good job, Ruda. Now you can get married. That's exactly what they did next. All right, let's see how this went. My liege, in a court swarming with hopeful maidens and desperate aunties, Edina the Fourth wowed Gomancis? I'm going to say it that way. With tales of imaginary estates and a fondness for beats. Thus dazzled, Gomantius agreed to wed, earning the affectionate sneer Gomantius the Gullible from all present. How rude. I have no one to send to anything, and I can't send a baby. Alright, quarrel is done. Let's see what this one. My liege, amidst the cacophony of the quarrel, Rasia mediated with a face so long, even the walls seemed to droop in sympathy. Poor Rasia. Their dreary demeanor made the quarrel feel more like a mournful dirge than a heated dispute. Well, you solved it in a rather awkward, crazy, unique way, but sure, that works too. I could send her to this because it would be intriguing, because she can go. This is a high fortitude, and this is high wit. She has higher fortitude. I'm going to send her in here, just because. I would love to send him back in here, because the Desi is never going to have a kid. So, anyways, I'm going to send you to one of the weddings, and hosting a feast. This will be done. I'm just going to send you to the feast, just by yourself, because I don't have anything else. Okay, so the wedding went off without a hitch. Oh, I can actually send her to this. Let's try it. Couldn't hurt. Because we do have, yeah, meh. All right. Oh, I can actually send her to the wedding instead. Oh. My liege, after Idoda interrupted a harpist with a burp loud enough to silence the entire House Salistar Hall, that must be the burp of the century. Noah Berman. That's a cool name. I love that name, Noah Berman. An easy name to say, too. The second, either smitten or seeking retribution, wanting to burp better than her because he's a man. A lot of times that happens. Agreed to an engagement. Courtship apparently is alive and well when etiquette left for dead. And Idoda is apparently rude. Okay. Sure. Got no one to go to that one. I do not want to go against House Alistair. We're confident we're actually doing good, so nothing happened at the hunt. Ooh, all right. Let's see how the weddings went. My liege, with a flourish of vows and a cake large enough to double as a fortress, Dinah, the fourth, and a Gomantius ended the wedding in matrimonial bliss. Yay, in bliss! A harmonious union was sealed, despite the towering cake threatening to topple onto the priest. Sometimes that's actually good. My liege, after the priest finished the world's longest sermon, Ruda Krankheim and Congo the second Sapwood exchanged vows so sweet. Even the party crashers shed a tear. Oh, sealing their union while servants scrambled to keep the wild geese from the wedding cake. Once again, geese. We got so many animals showing up. You just need an animal out of every one of these. You are not going to be able to get pregnant, unfortunately, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Let's send Adasia here just because I can. All right, how did this go? Looks like it went well. My liege, under the flickering candlelight, Adina III and Warren Lynn were paired by a half-blind master of ceremonies, sealing an engagement and accidentally winning a chest stuffed with coin after deciphering the ball's cryptic "Find the real bride" riddle. Ooh, we got 5K. He is promiscuous. Fabulous. His fortitude is so good. He actually has really good stats. Nice. Does he have any kids? Nope. Well, that's good. My liege, after a scandalous round of blindfolded matchmaking at the secret masquerade ball, Ruda II Krankheim emerged, betrothed to Henricius? I'm going to say it like that. Henricius, the second Winchester, and thanks to a misdelivered wedding dowry, House Krankheim now possesses a cartload of exquisitely perfumed cheeses. 1.5k, nice. Wow, that was a lot that just popped up at once. All right, I'm going to send Ruda to help with that. I'm going to send you to that wedding and you to that wedding? Oh, wow. Everything's covered. All right, so I am going to save this. We are going to end here for today. You will have to see what happens in the next one. And I am going to record this kind of back to back because I really like this game and I want to play it more. I did post a question in the comments just to see if you guys want more noble. I can do a whole bunch more noble if you really want me to. Or if you want me to do other games that would be included, like demos and stuff. Just let me know. I really do want to find out what your guys' preference is. And we shall have to see what happens to the wedding. Maybe Adasia dies and, Gilmus gets to marry someone else, but we shall see. We shall find out next time. Give me a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you really like my content. I really do hope to see you guys again. I really am having fun with this game. It's so much fun, and I'm glad I paid for it. But again, there is the demo. It's still out until July 6th, I believe, which does have a lot of the updates that I'm actually dealing with. So you guys will be able to do a lot of this, except you only have one household and one save file, unlike my 4 that I have here. But thank you guys for joining, and I really hope to see you guys next time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are, and see you guys next time. Bye!